Hey Pards, this is Widowmaker. Let me show you a neat little modification you can do to short barrel pistols. And when I'm talking short barrel, I'm talking about a special octane barrel I had put on this Ruger Vaquero aftermarket. From the front of the receiver to the end of the barrel is roughly 2.78 inches long. So it's very short, and it's actually too short to where you can bring your base pin out and clear your cylinder. You can't get your cylinder out. In order to clean the cylinder, you have to actually take your ejector rod housing and the ejector rod off the pistol to remove the cylinder for cleaning. Well, here's a neat little modification. This is its twin. This one I did the modification to where you can remove your cylinder without having, let me get my pointer, without having to remove the ejector rod housing. As simple as it is, cut you a little notch somewhere within the 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch of your frame. That area doesn't matter, the distance doesn't. You can bring your ejector rod down, slide it over into the notch that you've created. And you can take your ejector rod, and I have put me a little bevel in it to where I can get my fingernail underneath it. Slide it out. Take your ejector rod out of its notch, let it come forward. Your cylinder comes right out for cleaning. Didn't have to take the ejector rod housing off. Put this back in. Bring your ejector rod back down. Put it in its notch. Put your base pin back in appropriately. If I can get my cylinder and whatnot to swivel correctly for me. Take my ejector rod back out of its notch. It comes forward under spring tension, locks into place, back together. Two tools I use roughly in my Dremel. I use a little diamond cutting wheel. This was the size I wanted. You can pick any size you want. You can even trim your little tip of your ejector rod down to fit in a notch that you want to cut. Using my Dremel, I cut the notch, and using a Dremel flapper sander wheel in my Dremel, I stuck it in the notch, and it's about the same width to kind of get it smoothed up. Just wanted to share that with you. If you have extra short barrels on your revolvers, especially Ruger Vaqueros, and you don't like taking your ejector rod housing off each time you take your cylinder out, just either have this modification done to it or do it yourself. It's quite simple to do. Thanks. Hope it helps you.